So our trip to Peru and Machu Picchu started last Christmas when my husband and I decided we wanted to take a trip somewhere, and we didn't know what we wanted to do, but we're both history buffs, and we decided that Machu Picchu would be a great place to go. And we thought, well, let's try the hike. And so we looked into the hike and got a little intimidated because a 4-day hike for people who just do day hikes seemed to be a little bit worrisome, and we weren't sure that we were up to it. But we talked to some friends of ours who are avid hikers, and they decided, yeah, they would go with us, and they invited a couple other friends who are avid hikers, and next thing you knew, we were signed up to go to Peru and to go on a 4-day trek up to Machu Picchu. It was my husband and I and our youngest son, who was 16, and because we had never done a 4-day hike, we weren't sure if we were going to be up to it. We knew we were going to be at high altitude, and you know, we know what can happen at altitude, but we just went with the mindset that, you know, you can't let your fears stop you. And if you want to do something, you've got to try it. Unfortunately, when you're on the mountain, if you can't do it, the only way out is on the back of a porter. You know, this was a dream that both of us had to see Machu Picchu, and we wanted to experience it this way because to be able to walk through the mountains, to experience the culture, and just have that feeling of accomplishment of 4 days on this mountain, walking through history, was something that we really felt we needed to experience. And we wanted our son to experience as well, because that is the kind of once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that I think a young man gets, and to be able to give that to him was something we really wanted to share with him. The first day we were there, and even before we got on the mountain, we were in Cusco, which is high in the mountains, a city high in the mountains. We were there for 3 days, and the day we arrived, you know, you're at high altitude and your oxygen levels are down, and all we could think of is, oh my gosh, what have we signed up for? And I just thought, how am I going to do this for 4 days? Then you get to the mountain. So you arrive at the mountain, it's early in the morning, and you get there, and the first thing you do is you go up a hill for well over an hour. You're just walking up a hill. We were with hikers who are very seasoned, and they really were very supportive, and they really gave me the confidence to not rush it, just do it in your own time. There's lots of time, take in the views, and it's such a spiritual place, and there's so much history, there's so much spirituality that you really want to take your time and you want to enjoy it. And so I just made my mind up that I'm on this hill and I'm on day 1 and I'm going to see day 4. I'm going to do this. And so it was just a matter of making the decision that, yeah, I'm going to do this and I'm going to enjoy it, and take my time doing it and not feel pressured, not feel like I need to keep up with the pack. And that's what I did. I mean, my health wasn't, you know, 100% at the time, and that was a bit of a concern as well. And but again, you know, you just kind of go into these things. You can always find something. You can always find something, a reason why you shouldn't do something. You could probably find a whole bunch of reasons why you shouldn't do something, but you need to do these things, because if you don't challenge your fears and if you don't push yourself, you really are going to find yourself in a space where you're afraid and you're not going to grow, and you really need to take those risks in life. And they don't have to be big risks. They don't have to be climbing a mountain to Machu Picchu, but if you don't move yourself to that next level, you're not going to grow, and you need to grow. The highlight was, that was easy. That's so easy. We had got over the summit. We had got through, it's called Dead Woman's Pass, which I lived. So we got over Dead Woman's Pass.